He comes by here in between turns 3 and 4 with the fire out from underneath the truck.
That has the look of maybe a fuel line rupturing or something, maybe from the fuel pump to the carburetor. And the truck still run, they don't run the EFI, the electronic fuel injection, they still run carburetors.
Comes up the racetrack, just breaks loose, rotates around, kept it off the wall there on the outside. Pretty good. Just before we went and came to this shot, we heard these guys talking about the racetrack being track sensitive or temperature sensitive.
The difference between him going to Miami and not.
Up against the wall is the 98 of Grant Enfinger. And that's going to bring out the caution with 4 laps remaining in the stage. Enfinger was running.
As they come down into turn 1, you can see he dives for the corner, and Phil, that tire just went.
Yeah, man, oh man, what about a 45-degree angle into the outside safer barrier. There's another view of it there. Probably not, well, more like a 20-degree angle, but a hard hit nonetheless.
It's been such a good season for that 98 team. Enfinger with 9 top 5s this season, battling for and Noah Gragson. That's Bell on the inside. Gragson, the leader, on the outside.
Good restart by Bell on the inside. Oh, trouble!
Rhodes is turned around by Cindric. Heavy contact in the 27 of Ben Rhodes, and Matt Crafton involved as well. Austin Cindric got into the back of the 27 of Ben Rhodes. And see what happened. Watch the 19 and the 27. The 19 of Cindric goes low, and Cindric and Rhodes came down a little bit to try to protect his position. Cindric got in the back end of him.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a situation where Ben came down a little bit there to try to block the advance of the 19. He had a great run and hard contact there with Matt Crafton.
I mean, that's on the restart. I mean, Rhodes' truck came all the way off the ground. It hit so hard. That just tells you how intense the speed is here at Phoenix. Those trucks just torn all to pieces. There's the block, there's the dive, and then the block. Look at that truck up in the air. And it's not over yet.
Really fortunate that Austin Cindric got by. Unfortunately, Matt Crafton not nearly as fortunate.
A couple of trucks behind this mess was the 13 of Cody Coughlin. Let's see what he saw.
Yeah, that was definitely a situation where Austin Cindric did not just go up there and move that 27.
A couple of teammates side by side for the lead.
Bell stays in it. They both run off the racetrack.
There's more trucks off the track than on it.
Look, contact.
There's the blocking.
The 99 of Sargent, the 97 of Jesse Little, and the 16 of Ryan Truex.
What the hell just happened?
Watch these trucks, Vince, as they all dive off the road down the back straightaway.
There's the 97 and 99. They go down. The 16 there at the very bottom.
They're 4 wide underneath the racetrack.
And they all have to funnel into turn 3, and there just simply isn't room.
Yeah, too many trucks trying to get into one spot. There was just no room.
Sure,
Yeah,
Ryan
when you
Truex,
go down off the track, you got to have, when you come back up.
It's a funnel.
Yeah, there were way too many trucks trying to get back on the racetrack and have about 50 feet wide to try to make that corner.
Great pictures from our Fox Sports team here. Look at that. 5 wide we see there.
And only like one of them on the racetrack.
And Truex is trying to make it 6 wide.
Look at Gilliland there. Just barely gets into the back of the 99 of Sargent. A little bit of damage to that pedigree truck.
Chase Briscoe got through there cleanly as well.
Look at this view.
Cutting off the dog leg there, thinking that's the quick way through, but when you get down off the track, especially that far down off the track, and then when you come back up, if there's no room there, as you said, Mike, I think that's a great description. It's just a funnel.
Yeah. At some point, you have to understand that there's not a lot of good that's going to come from your angle that you're going to have into turn 3. They were 5 wide, and it looked like Ryan Truex was thinking about taking them 6 wide. You can see right there, that's 6 trucks in a line, and they have to get up on the racetrack.
It's unfortunate because all those guys were having good runs tonight. 16 Truex, 97, Jesse Little and Dalton Sargent, two guys we don't see very often. Sargent's been since 2015 at this race, the last time he ran in the Truck Series, but was having a good run tonight, and Jesse Little was also.
And I don't think it was any of the guys off the track.
From Cody Coughlin's perspective.
But these guys have to go somewhere. They have to get back on the racetrack.
Clear high, still clear high, still clear high, whatever you need here. You see where the car, stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low.
Stay low, that's great advice. Good spotting.
Johnny Sauter waiting for somebody to mess up between Bell and Gregson.
Absolutely.
Certainly has to be considering how long these two can run that tight.
Oh, there he goes. Both of them into the wall.
Hang tight here, man.
Takes Justin Haley with him.
Hang tight.
Guys, John Hunter Nemechek got through and will line up second behind Johnny Sauter.
Nemechek still with an up.
Saw in that same position just a couple years ago here.
Here they are side by side. Gregson there on the inside, and just I don't know if there was contact that led to him getting around, and then Justin Haley had nowhere to go.
Wow, right in the door.
There had definitely been some contact between the 18 and the 4. Whether or not it directly led to the 18 taking a spin there, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from this angle.
As Michael said, you see Christopher Bell way down hugging that 18 truck, and it looks like it just got him loose, Michael. We see so many times that truck on the inside loses that air off the rear spoiler of that truck, and around he went. Christopher had nowhere to go. He had to give him room. He had to chase it up there. He made hard contact with the outside wall, and
look at John Hunter.
Yeah, some debris off, I think, off the 24 truck.
Bumper bars and everything
18.
bouncing. There's another piece of a splitter or side skirt that John Hunter runs into. Kaz Grala also ran over that bumper bar that's laying in the middle of the racetrack.
John Hunter Nemechek able to get through and is now going to find himself in position to possibly win this race and clinch a spot in the Final Four next week at Homestead. And this is what Nemechek saw.
That's just good spotting, telling the driver exactly what those trucks were doing.
At this racetrack, you can dive below the yellow line. They do it through the dogleg on occasion, and around goes the 62, trying to get through 3 and 4, siding sideways. 24 also around, so Brendan gone, getting turned around, and then behind him Corey LaJoie, and the caution comes out before they complete the first lap.
Track how crazy the straightaway is. He looks like he's somewhat in position. He turns down in, and it just gets free up the track, spinning out, makes contact with the car on the outside of him, but basically completely on his own, just very loose entering the corner. And I actually think it was a benefit for the 62 that the 5 of Mike Lynette was out there. He might have spun all the way around and backed it into the wall.
And how did no one hit anything? I mean, no one, really make contact of any significance. Or come off turn 4, you can see there's a lap car on the bottom of the racetrack. 00 tries to go on the outside. 48 saw a hole, and the hole just closed up.
Well, we talked about the tight confines of Phoenix Raceway. Even at a mile, you see the wall at the bottom of the racetrack. Brendan Poole can only go so low. The 8 swings left. He doesn't know the 48's coming. Heavy contact, and also a little contact with the 21 of Daniel Hemrick as well. We'll have to see what the damage is on the 21, but here it is, on board with the 48.
And you can see the hole open up. You can see why Brendan Poole went there. You may be saying, hey, why push the issue? Why make it 3 wide? Well, he thought the 8 was
20 seconds left on that clock, Steve.
Yeah, so they'll have no more opportunity to fix it under this caution. The only way the clock disappears is they make minimum speed. But you see right here, oh, he's back into the wall again. So obviously they tried to get the car repaired. They couldn't. He said the right front's flat. They can't come back to pit road. When they come back to pit road, they'll be eliminated. You heard right there the radio. Take it to the garage. So right there, it's official. The 40 and gave him more than the normal, perhaps 1 lane he would have gave him getting into turn 1.
It's easy to look back and say, well, I should have done.
Hamlin here in stage 2. Hamlin has come so close to a championship.
Jimmy Johnson in the wall.
And the 48 is in the wall in turn 3.
Oh, good tire.
Jimmy Johnson, you see the damage to the right side of that car. The hood buckled up for the 48 team. Jimmy Johnson, a blown tire sends him up into the wall and ends his quest to get that 8th championship. With the Truex Jr. And the caution has come out.
That hurt bad.
Big hit for the 6 of Trevor Bayne.
That hurt so bad.
You can see there was damage. Look at what happened.
We were just talking about late in the run. Well, there you go. Oh, gosh. Such
Big
an impact.
And look at this in real speed.
Oh, God. That's just an awful angle to hit the wall.
As we take another look at the 37 right here, and what happens to him. He's coming through the dog leg. Oh, looks like a flat tire. Tire explodes or breaks come through the tire. It's hard to say, Jeff, but definitely an issue well before the corner for the 37. It's hard to say what it was, but it was violent looking.
It was contact right there. Maybe it cut the left front tire down.
That front shot looks the best. If you take a look as he comes straight on down the backstretch, you see some sort of mechanical issue, and it goes down into the corner. Man, it's a heavy impact with the back of the race car.
In these last 2 restarts, big impact. So he's got to get
over Chase Elliott, a 7/10 of a second lead over Martin Truex Jr. And there went the tire. The 11 goes into the wall. And as we saw earlier with the 48s of Jimmy Johnson, that could be the championship hopes going up in smoke for Denny. Look at where this came from.
Look how high up the racetrack they are, and 24 car, and run way up the racetrack, got into the back of the 11, and came off the corner, and just didn't give the 11 any room. And obviously he feels like it was warranted from what happened in Martinsville.
And it goes down to the corner. You see right here the left front tire flat. Nothing the 11's going to do. Pretty solid contact with that safer barrier.
Jeff, as a driver, are you calling it hard racing between the 24 and the 11? Because that's what I saw as far as the build up to that last turn. It wasn't just that last turn. We saw the 24 all over the back bumper of the 11.
Listen, this is about Martinsville. That's what this is about. Chase Elliott ran him very hard. Was in the back of him many times. We saw that. We don't see Chase Elliott racing like that very often. And this is Chase Elliott saying, hey, look, you took away an opportunity for me to get in the championship. I have an opportunity right now. You're in my way, and if I have to use you to get there, I'm going to use you. That was the decision that he made, was willing. I don't think he meant to wreck him. He just said, you know what, I'm going to run you up the racetrack and do what I got to do to get the position. And this is all about Martinsville. And the chance to win a championship.
That's right.
The reason Martinsville was so big to Chase Elliott was because he had an opportunity.